Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on Colour of the Wild, the Angler, I'm taking my first journey to the brand new reserve map, South Africa. That's right, got early access, so we're going to take a look, doing a bit of fishing, exploring, looking at all the new items. This is my very first time, I haven't even started it up yet. You're going to see it as I do. We're going to go over all the details to come with this map and the update, which comes out on March the 26th. So let's get into that as I start playing for the very first time South Africa for Colour of the Wild, the Angler. Can't wait to see what's in store. So South Africa, new reserve coming March the 26th. Fish amid stunning waterways and mighty canyons when the South African Reserve releases March 26 on PC and consoles, so it's releasing on both platforms at the same time, March the 26th. Features: bond with friends whilst exploring South Africa's diverse biomes, immerse yourself in the challenge of catching 16 native species, 13 of which are brand new, or complete missions at the newly introduced fishing hubs. So it'll be interesting to see what these fishing hubs are all about. This is the species list. We'll have a more detailed look at this with the pictures in a minute, but I'll just show you as we start the game. Like I say, I've not played it at all, so let me get back to the details. Also coming on March the 26th, the 1.6.0 update introduces vehicle storage, a customization UI overhaul, fast travel to a vehicle, and more. Find and catch 16 species. South Africa's beautiful waterways are home to 16 unique species, including 13 all-new discoveries like the African sharptooth catfish. Can't wait to fish for those. We'll be fishing for those later. African mottled eel and spotted bass. Go catch these new species, adjust your technique based on their habitats and characteristics, and feel the thrill of the fight as your skills are put to the test. I'm really looking forward to the African sharptooth catfish and the African tigerfish. They're the two I really want to get today. The mottled eel sounds interesting as well, but we'll see as we fish for them what they're like. Now, we're fishing in a dino park of all places, so can't wait to see what that's like. And as you can see, this is a flyover of the reserve as you enter it for the first time. Back to the details. Master new missions at the fishing hubs, complete missions and hone your skills at the newly introduced fishing hubs. Exclusive to South Africa, fishing hubs present a new way to improve your fishing techniques. Visit each hub, tackle their individual missions and earn exclusive rewards inspired by the reserve itself. So that sounds really exciting. Everyone loves missions. Invite a friend who owns the base game to join you for free. Fishing is more fun with friends. When you purchase South Africa, not only can you invite a friend who owns the base game to join you for free, but this offer also extends to our other reserves too, which is pretty cool. Discover South Africa. Experience the breathtaking natural beauty of South Africa as you discover the stunning landmarks, explore the prehistoric dino park, which we're looking at now for the first time, or navigate through mighty canyons and vast savannas. All while discovering picturesque fishing spots, peaceful vistas and learning more about South Africa. So here we are, our very first journey into the dino park of South Africa. What will we find in here? It's interesting they've made this a dino park. So free update 1.6.0. Here's a snapshot of what will be arriving with the free update. Vehicle storage. Your vehicles now act as your portable storage. Avoid unnecessary trips back to the shop and swap out your gear on the go from your 4x4. The dev notes on this: having to go back to the shop to access your storage or even swap reserves so you don't lose your fishing spot. Yes, we know, interrupted the fishing experience. So we made the storage accessible from your vehicle at any time. So that's going to save you a lot of time. It's a lot easier. You can get on with more fishing. Customization UI overhaul. As we've expanded our range of cosmetics for your avatar, the old list-based customization menu has become bloated and unwieldy. So we've adopted a title-based menu so you can clearly see everything you own and instantly switch to what you want without having to scroll through a long list. So making it easier to access through the game. The dev notes on this: out of the old text-based list, in comes a new customization suite that has icons for players to easily see their item collection.
Great time to drop by. We just got the power back.
So here's a tackle shot right at the shore of this lake. We're going to do some fishing straight away. I know you want to see what's in store, get in there, but we're not going to look too much in here. Have a quick look, see if anything's special or different, but we're mainly just going to get straight into the fishing because I know you want to see what fish species there is. We're only going to go over all those, see what baits they take, all the caboodle, and see if we can actually catch some of them, which really helps.
So, I'm in need of a little favor, and obviously I'll give you something for your time.
It depends what it is, love. I'm a very busy man. Right, let's get to fishing. Right, here we go. So here's our first dock. We've got some wooden boats around. Looks very picturesque.
Stay safe.
You can see the mountains in the background. Can't wait to see what's in store. Here's our boat mooring. We're going to fish off this jetty for a start. See what we can catch straight away. What species will we get first? Let's get back to some of these details. They've also added fast travel to vehicles now, so now you can fast travel to any of your spawn vehicles within a reserve whenever you choose. Getting around has never been easier. The dev notes on this: we love exploring the beautiful reserves, but sometimes you want to get around quicker, spend more time fishing. Fast traveling to a vehicle is possible by selecting any vehicle currently spawned from the new map, which is a great addition. Now this is the map for South Africa, so when we fishing around this, just random locations, just fishing and seeing what we can catch along the way. Seems like there's lots of big ponds, lots of small ponds, river systems, so there's a good variety of different ways to fish. Now these are the fish species. So 16 species in total. Smallmouth bass is the first one. Eggs, frog and spinnerbait is what they like to eat. We'll go over them all because then that gives us a hand on what to use for bait, how to get them in. And then we've got spotted bass, redworm, popper and eggs. Common carp, cheese, redworm, boilers and natural baits. Grass carp, I can't wait to catch these. Doe, corn, pearl barley as their preferences. Yeah, I can't wait to catch the grass carp. Mirror carp, bloodworm, cheese, boilers and natural baits. And the one I've been waiting to fish for, the African shark tooth catfish. Liver pellets, a regular redworm. So, can't wait to fish for those. They seem really exciting. These do as well. African mottled eel, redworm, minnow, wafters. A few of the baits you can use. The blue kerper, doe, bloodworm, pearl barley. Some of these I've never heard of. Canary kerper, marshmallow, bloodworm, bread. Can't wait to catch some of these. Red breast kerper, bread, bloodworm, purple labio, redworm, crankbait, cheese. He's a funny looking fellow. Red nose labio. There's some really different looking fish in there. Cod cheese eggs. The moggle. Never even heard of some of these species. Doe, redworm, corn, African tigerfish. Now this is my most wanted fish I want to catch. Frog, spoon, spinner. What else have we got? But that is what I'm most looking forward to. Largemouth yellowfish, popper doe frog, and the smallmouth yellowfish. So some really interesting species. Now what we're going to fish with for a start is, forget about the rod and reel. Use whatever rod and reel you want. I'm putting on some a bit stronger line than normal, but we're going to be fishing with a small hook and bloodworm. And the reason for this is you catch a lot of different species on this, small, and you'll get to see what species are about. But if you use like a 10 hook for a start, you catch the smaller variety, and then what you do is you just slowly move up the hook size and you'll get the better fish. But you just want to know what's there for a start. But we have got a variety of baits we can use, so we'll start off with bloodworm, see what we can catch, and we'll switch it up and see what else we can find out as we fish. So here's our first cast into South Africa, Colorado, theAngler. Let's see what's in the waters in front of us. Also, streams. Join Jaxie on Wednesdays at 6 PM CET, 12 PM EST for the Tackle Box live streams. We might even take you on a short trip to South Africa. Catch us on Twitch and YouTube. You won't want to miss it. Jax is always entertaining and he streams most of the week, but Wednesdays is for Colorado theAngler on Twitch and YouTube. If you're not part of the community already, join the angling community, Colorado theAngler Discord. That's right, there's lots of us there and you have lots of fun. People give out details, help you with things. It's a great place to come, and you often find out things first. So make sure you join Colour Wild the Angler. That is our first fish. What is it? It's a red breast kerper, silver, 1.79 pounds. We caught it on bloodworm and a 10 hook. Pretty fish, got nice sort of like sail, feathered sort of dorsal fin and tail fin. Pretty fish. You'd like that in your aquarium, wouldn't you? We could do with that, Debs, if you're watching, we could do with a big aquarium trophy lodge where you put the fish in you catch. I know you put them back when you catch them, but I think a lot of people would like to see the trophy fish to catch. And if we're not going to put them on either wooden boards or some kind of other mats, I think aquariums is the way to go. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Would you like an aquarium based trophy lodge to store your trophy fish? Last but not least, you can get the base game of Colour Wild the Angler for free. That's right, free on Epic Game Store right now until March the 28th. All you have to do is log into Epic's Game Store and claim it before March the 28th, so you can get the base game for Colour Wild the Angler. You've been on, the fence about getting it. You get it for free by just going to Epic Game Store and logging in. So there we go. That's great news. That's going to get a lot of people into the community, give it a good boost, lots of new blood. And there's another new fish, another kerper, canary kerper. So interesting group of species, and this is right off the docks as you start. Interesting to see what's all around this location. We're going to move to other locations, don't worry, I'm not just going to sit here all day, but we'll catch a few species there and then we'll move on and see what else we can catch. There's been a lot of places to explore, and we won't be able to get to everyone today, not unless we're making a 24-hour video, but I'll try my best to add a bit of variety, and we'll see what we can catch. I'm just looking forward to, like I say, myself, you always have, when you start a new map, this species that you want the most, do you know what I mean? There's certain ones that you want the most. People want other ones, but there's ones yourself that you're like, I want to catch that fish, I want to catch this fish. The African sharp-toothed catfish, for example, is right up there for me. Got a blue kerper this time, 1.24 pounds, and the African tigerfish. Now, if you don't know about the African tigerfish, they've got massive gnashers, really sharp. I wouldn't like putting my finger or try to disgorge the hook out its mouth with the choppers they've got on, because they'll take your fingers off. They're proper like vampire fish, and so can't wait to fish for them. We'll try lures probably and bait, see what works. And we're going to do this with fish and experiment and see what works, what doesn't, what seems to be the best bait as we fish along and learn. Like I say, this is my first try here. Like I say, I've got no idea. So we just started off on bloodworm, as you do at a lot of locations, with a small hook, and we'll work on from there. There's another species, the moggle. We caught that on dough this time, 1.73 pounds. It's a bronze. I think what we'll do now is we'll explore onto another area, see what we can find. There's a moggle. They've got some weird names, but they seem weird to me. The funny thing is, I've just found out recently I've got lots of South African relatives that I never even knew I had like relations over there. It's been really weird. Queenstown is the place they're called. Apparently a few hundred years ago, some of my relatives went over there and sort of helped populate over there. And I learned just recently, like I say, I've got quite a few relations, and I never knew that, that I've got relations in South Africa. So that's quite interesting as well. But look, here we go. What's that? Is that Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus? I'm no dinosaur expert. But yeah, we'll come to this location, see what's in here, shall we? We've got to take a photo of it as well. That's part of a sort of objective. Let me know if you want me to do the missions in the comments, or if you want to know anything about South Africa for Colour Wild Angler, let me know in the comments. I'll try and answer whatever I can or show you in a video. The fish off here, it's a bit hindering off there. Let's go to the left here, and we'll just cast into the water and see what we've got. What is in this water? Is there anything in this water? Or is it just a bit of a part of the theme of the dino park? I seem to have put a lot of effort into this dino park. There's a lot of different dinosaurs scattered about, little ponds, and this is the first one I'm actually going to try and fish. This is just literally just up the hill from where we just were at the start. So let's cast out, shall we? And I'm using cheese. See what we can get on the cheese. Right. But yeah, so far up to yet, looks very pretty, picturesque. A lot of diversity. Small ponds, big ponds. I noticed there's sort of like a big sort of reservoir area down the bottom, which I'm going to go and try later in the video. We'll have a drive down there. And we'll see what we can find out. What fish are in which areas. Hey up, what we got here? Hey up, we've got some proper here. This is why I put on a bit stronger line in case we hook something decent. And whatever this is fighting pretty well, to be honest. What have we got? Is it a carp? It could be a carp of some kind. Got a few different species. I'm hoping it's a grass carp. I want to know what they look like. I used to fish with grass carp real life. A lot of places have them in ponds because they eat the grass, they eat the vegetation and keep ponds clear. That's why they're often stocked. They have a funny looking face. They do make me laugh in real life, and be interesting to see what the model looks like in colour theAngler for South Africa. But yeah, they've got like a gawky looking like smiling face in real life. It always make me chuckle. But yeah, we're fishing on cheese, so I'm expecting this to be a carp, I think. So what is it going to be? It's fighting, as you can see. So it should be quite a decent size in the dino pond. What should we call this? Diplodocus Lake? I don't know what to call it. So here we go. It is a grass carp. There we go. Silver grass carp. 18.55 pounds. So we caught that on cheese. The model is stunning. It's got like the nice bronzy sort of chubby grass carp look to it. With diamond scales on. And it's got sort of a smiley face on it. Now look at this. We was talking about how beautiful this map is. Look at this. I've come a bit later on in the day. The sun is just setting. Got sort of a rose violet sort of sunset as it's just going down. And we've come right down the bottom area to a big sort of reservoir area. Now I've just come here prior to this. I'm just admiring the sunset first. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. Good job, Devs. That looks brilliant. But I've just found a notification on that board that said African sharptooth catfish. So that's what we're going for. That's what we're going to try and catch here. This is the most wanted species. One of them I want to catch. And we've got to try and catch a silver rank one or higher at this location. So hopefully we get one. We'll see. Now they like liver, pellets, regular and bloodworms. So we'll try worms, red worms for a start, I think. Then we'll try liver. Now it does say they like feeding in the dark. So we're just sort of getting, the sun's just going down. We're going to try red worm first off this location. See if they'll take that. But I'm wondering if it's going to be a lot later in the day or even night when we actually get a bite. So Ron's going to sit here, wait. And I can tell you, we've had no luck. We started, it was about nearly 6 o'clock when we come to this location. As you can see, the sun was just setting. And it's now about, I think it's about 8 o'clock or something now. Like I said, I've been sitting here, no bites whatsoever. Hello. We've got something now. What is this? I don't think this is a catfish because it'd probably be fighting a lot harder than this. Unless it's a tiny one. So we've got a bite at least now. I was on float with a red worm, didn't have anything on that. And I swapped to leisure and liver. And that's what we've got this fish on, which is African mottled eel. So there's our first African mottled eel. Bronze, 4.22 pounds. There you go. It's hard to see because it is dark at the moment. We're on sort of like a dev build at the minute. So this isn't the build that will go out on release. So you might see some things. If you do, just remember this is an early access build. So some things might be a bit different for when it releases to what you see in this actual video. But that's our first African mottled eel. We had it on leisured liver. So let's have a look at the time and location. 5:44. I thought it was actually later than that. But it seems like when you're not getting no bites, it does seem like a long time, doesn't it? But that's where we are. That's where we're fishing. That's where the challenge is. So it looks like we've got African mottled eels down here and African sharptooth catfish. So this is going to be a very popular location. It's a big, long sort of reservoir area, and that's how I got here. But we're fishing in this sort of deep water on leisure with liver at the moment. This is my exact setup. So the rod and reel you can obviously change to suit yourself. You don't really need super strong stuff. I'm just putting strong stuff on in case a monster grabs it. With the hooks, start at the smallest and then experiment and then just move down the hooks. Once you start getting the fish and you know what the sort of minimum is to catch a small fish and what the sort of limit is, and that's how you find it. You just move down the hook, move down the hook, move down the hook until you get to a point where you're not getting any bites, and then you know you're sort of in the big fish area. So we've swapped to a red worm now. We'll see if we'll get a bite. Now it's got a lot darker again, so will we get anything this time? What I found is, right, is with leisuring is you cast out, and if you don't get a bite straight away, normally I wouldn't wait too long and just cast it again. And I found a few times that sometimes just as it touches the bottom, I've got a bite. That seems to be working, so I'm not leaving it too long in between bites. I have been trying it where you just wait for 30 minutes and nothing, but it seems to work better just casting every few minutes and you don't get anything. And there we go. What is this? Is it going to be an African sharp tooth catfish? Come on. I don't think so. Yeah, that's fighting. Is it another eel? We've had eels on liver, and it is an African mottled eel, so they take red worms as well. So if you want to fish for them, you know those two baits work for them. But the light's on now. The light seems to come on in this build about 6:30, I think it is. Whereas when the sun was just setting, it wasn't on, but now you can see it a bit better. There's sort of like a rainbow trout sort of glow to the body of the African mottled eel, so they look really cool. Be nice to get a really big one. But where's these African sharp tooth catfish? That's what I'm after. I want to catch one of them before the video's over. Right, see if we get any luck this time. But as I said, I'm casting out. I'm finding this kind of works in the right sort of time period. Cast it out. If you don't get a bite within 2 or 3 minutes, bring it back in, cast again. And it's often when it just drops, you tend to get a bite again. So that seems to be working at the moment. Come on. Come on, Mr. Catfish. Ron wants you for the video. Show off to the viewers. What do you think up to yet? Excited for South Africa, for Colourwide the Angler? Let me know in the comments. What fish are you most looking forward to catching? Let me know that in the comments. Is there any new content you like added to Colourwide the Angler? The list of things you could add is endless. So if you've got a good idea, drop it in the comments, and you never know. Someone might see it and say, oh, that is a good idea, and you never know, that might get added in the future. Now, what have we got this time? It's pulling a little bit. Is it another eel? Well, it is another eel. So there we go. So we're on the eels at the moment. Look, you can see there, it's got sort of like a turquoise, rosy, sort of bronzy look down here. A little bit different to the normal eels we get at Spain. And this is an African mottled one. I can't wait to see a massive gold or even a diamond one. Fingers crossed. If we catch a diamond, then it's a bonus, but we're just fishing at locations. Now, we're right in the dark now. I'm starting to think these catfish don't exist. But you've got to learn how it works, haven't you? That's part and parcel of fishing. You have to put in time, learn the times, what works. It does say on their sort of traits that they are at night, so what time of night could it be? Is it early, just sort of going into night? Is it late night time? Is it the end of night? We're going to try and find out, because I want to catch one before end of this video. But fingers crossed we get one. But yeah, I've been trying hard. I'm not lying. I've been here for a few hours. What is this? And yeah, I think we've got one. That's definitely not an eel, unless it's a monster eel. So yeah, it's took a while, but I think we've got one. We've either got a gold or diamond eel, African mottled eel, or we've got an African sharp tooth catfish. I'm hoping it's the catfish. Wanted to catch one of these ever since I seen the trailer first announced and the species list. This and the African tiger fish would make my dreams come true. And okay, here we go. What is it? Is it a monster eel? It is an African sharp tooth catfish. So we finally got one, and I'm very happy about that. £8. It's only a bronze, but that's made my day. That's what I wanted to catch today and show you. They're absolutely stunning. Look at all the baubles on the front. The model's brilliant, and we've had a lot of fun fishing at South Africa for our first time for Colorado Angler. So it releases on March the 26th. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next video we'll be doing African tigerfish, so don't miss that. I'm Robert Tube. Please subscribe to YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.